business, we manufacture, design, and install ornamental cast products. Interiors, we use gypsum plaster, and for the exterior, we use cement-based products. And we make everything from crown moldings to domes to mantles and other architectural components. I personally purchased the company about 3 years ago from a gentleman who had founded the company back in 1985, and my interest in the company was because it was a manufacturing and distribution company, and felt there was a lot of our opportunity in this industry. The trends always seem to fluctuate in the architectural side of things. Our products, from a plaster standpoint, have been around for hundreds of years. The advantages of using a gypsum-based product are not only that it's non-combustible and non-flammable from a fireplace standpoint, but now that green building is such an importance, we also contribute towards several credits in a system called the LEED certification. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and there are many components of that and many credits given based upon the factors of a construction project. And for example, some of the ones that we contribute towards would be a regional material. If we're used within 500 miles of a construction project, there's credits given for using materials that are manufactured locally. There's also credits given for rapidly renewable resources, and being that we, as one of our major components of our product, hemp fiber, that is a rapidly renewable resource in that it can be grown and harvested several times a year. We have a library of over 1,000 different designs here within our facility that we've developed over 25 years, but we never shy away from the custom designs. And the process for a custom design is usually someone will come in with a photo or a drawing of something that they desire. Our first step is always to see if there's a way we can modify an existing design from a cost-saving standpoint, but we also have the ability to design a new one from sculpting it from the very beginning, or in a lot of cases we're able to leverage technology and scan designs in and then cut them out using a CNC type machine. Standard process for making one of our products is, we have generally 3 components. We have molding plaster, which is a gypsum plaster. We have hemp fiber, which is the structural part of our products, and we have water. Those 3 components are mixed. Primarily the water and the gypsum plaster are mixed in the ratios that are called for, and generally there's an initial skim coat that's put down on a mold, then that is reinforced with more hemp fiber and the gypsum plaster. It looks fairly simple from looking at it from afar, but there's a lot of handwork and a lot of craftsmanship involved in both the making of the product, and then also there's always some sort of finishing involved with all of our products too, so that once they leave our factory, they are prepared for installation, whether it be our teams installing it or it be an installation team somewhere throughout the country. Our company ships primarily throughout the United States. The internet has allowed us to reach clientele in parts of the U.S. that we otherwise would not. Our focus has always been here in the Southeast. Being that it's a specialty product, we like to always offer the ability to install it ourselves. But from a span of shipping the product, we ship quite a bit to California, to New York, and also to Florida. We primarily focus on selling to builders and designers. However, we do work with homeowners. A lot of times homeowners are building their own homes, and so we deal with them also. But most of our business is what we would call to the trade, where we're dealing with a builder, an architect, or an interior designer. Most of, from a residential standpoint, most of the traditional or classical high-end residential homes throughout Nashville have a component of our products in them, primarily on the interior, although we do offer exterior products. We have places like the Opryland Hotel Ballroom. We did a lot of work in that facility. I believe it's probably 10 or 15 years ago. A lot of molding and custom work above the main stage there. And we've done everything from casinos in Las Vegas to casinos here closer to home, like the Gold Strike in Tunica, Mississippi. And most of that work has been ornate ceiling work, and because the product is non-combustible, non-flammable, it's even more appealing to architects in that those facilities are usually smoking facilities too, so they provide an extra barrier from a fire protection standpoint. Well, with every product, we start with what we call a master or a model that can either be carved out of wood or sculpted out of clay. From that model, we make a mold, and from that mold, we can replicate it many times into the products you see here today. From a design standpoint, most of the design work usually comes to us designed. We have folks in-house that can do the sculpting, assist with some of the design selection type things. We work a lot of times with the architects on commercial projects to help them determine how our product can best fit in a certain location. You know, one of the projects that we've been specified on recently is a large special collections library at the University of Georgia, and we're going to be doing a 42 by 32 foot elliptical dome that's going to be in a grand rotunda in that building. We're very much so a niche product. There aren't competitors per se. There are a lot of substitutes. We try to distinguish ourselves and differentiate ourselves by doing things that either can't be done in wood or another product, or if they were to be done, they'd have to be hand carved, and the cost would be too great to really to afford it.